So today we are going to focus on strength training. So working the full body today. So if you've been following along with the recent strength training classes, we're going to begin first with the dynamic warm-up. So let's begin first by bringing the feet hip-width apart and bringing the arms out in front. And we're going to focus on 10 squats. Okay, so belly nice and tight for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, standing up nice and tall, we're going to bring the right leg behind, lowering down, bending into both knees, keeping the chest up nice and tall for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, change sides, lowering down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Standing up nice and tall, we're going to focus on 3-way leg swing, beginning with the swing forward and back, really focusing on that one side to focus on the stabilization of the ankle and the joints from the hip down. And so nice big lift out for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to cross it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So bending the knee, we're going to open it to the side. So just focusing on squeezing the glute as you open that knee to the side, and also trying to focus on balance at the same time. So a couple more here for 1 and 2. Okay, so changing sides. So coming to the other side, nice big lift up, forward and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then crossing it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then bending that knee and opening it to the side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, nice step to the side here. So widen out that stance, and then we're going to move side to side. Now, if you can bend forward, great. You can walk the palms side to side, okay? Or you can bring it up and you can work side to side, bending into those knees. So it just really depends on the flexibility of your body. If you can get into that forward flexion, that's great. If you can't, then just work at a little bit of a higher level. Just aim for a couple more here. 1 and 2. Okay, so we're gonna walk that palm over to the opposite side. You're gonna rotate up. And again, if you can't reach forward in that position, just bend the knees a little bit, reach to the outside of the leg and rotate up. That'll just give you a little bit more support through the hamstrings and lower back. All right, so go where it's most comfortable for you. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's walk the feet in. So rounding out the back, let's see, hug the forearms. So bring the palms around the forearms, folding forward and breathing. So bending at the knees, let's just roll it up nice and easy. And we're going to bring the right leg behind, you're gonna pump this heel up and down. We're stretching out the calf here. So stretching out the back of your leg for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're gonna change it over to the other side. So pressing that heel to the floor. So big lift up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, standing up nice and tall, let's get the quadricep stretch in. Now, when you do this one for the warm-up part, we're not holding it too long, so we're changing size rather quickly, not holding it for a long time, like say you would in a static stretch. Now, you can use the wall for support. And then I know some have a hard time getting that leg back. So maybe standing at the wall, maybe bending the leg back. Now that's gonna force you to contract that hamstring. So at first when you go to lift back, you might feel a cramp up. So just massage it out and then try again. And then even at the wall too, that can even help you bring that leg back. Okay, so a couple times, just going where it's most comfortable for you. I also teach this exercise or this stretch in a lying position on the side and on the belly. Okay, that's more like static stretching. We would do that on the floor at the end. All right, so crossing the palms over. So bringing the palms one on top of the other forearm, feet are hip width apart. Just a little bit of a fold forward. So you're thinking about folding over the hip bones. We're lengthening through the lower back and the hamstrings, and then just lifting up. So as you lift up, think about squeezing through the glutes, activating those glute muscles. 2, lengthening those hamstrings. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just go for one more. Nice stretch. And 8. Okay, so let's work a little bit on the upper body. So let's begin first with the arms reaching to the sky. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so circle forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, circle around the core, so big arms. So working the upper body, focusing on the spinal rotation. Nice big stretch out. And then just coming back to center, we're going to open and close those arms. And then just notice that my left arm comes over the right, and then when I open, my right arm then comes over the left. So I'm switching each time. So working on that mobility, big stretch, opening and closing here. All right, okay, some shoulder rotations, focusing on rolling them back and then forward. All right, and then elbow, I like the elbow rotations, out and then in. Really getting a lot of the body parts, not really skipping too much here. And then focusing on the wrists and then the opposite direction. So just always remember to do both directions and then up and down. So we have some gripping of the weights to do, so we want to work those fingers and those hands. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So we're going to focus first on a static squat. but we're going to be doing a little bit of movement in that squat. So it's your choice if you want to use some weight. Now, if you're going to use weight, what I would recommend doing is using one dumbbell. You can hold it at the chest, because what we're going to be doing is moving one leg around. So you want to kind of keep the size of your body clear. Okay, so we're going to aim for 15 repetitions on each side. So we're going to sit into a little bit of a squat, and we're going to point out, side, and back. So let's begin first with the left side so we're all on the same page. So let's bring it out. 1, 2, 3, and then forward. 4, 5, 6, forward. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, so let's change sides. So again, sitting into that squat, get that butt back there, and pointing forward first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, so shake it out, let's rest. I'll give you 30 seconds, then we're gonna come back to that exercise again. So change up the weight if you wanna go a little bit heavier or you need to go a little bit lighter, change up your weight, grab a quick little drink, and then we're gonna repeat that round. You have 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sit into that squat, pointing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, shake it out. All right, sit into it. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right. Okay, good work, guys. Let's rest up now. Okay, so we're going to move on to the mat next. So laying flat on your back, I'm just going to adjust my mat here, make sure that I'm in the screen view properly so that you can see me at a good angle. Okay, so we're going to do 15 reps, and we're going to focus on alternating the arms, and we're going to do a chest press movement. We're coming on down to the floor. So in previous sessions, we've talked about bringing the feet to the sky to activate the lower abs. Now just remember, if feet are to the sky, you want to make sure that there's a pelvic tilt so that the lower back is connected with the floor. And then we also talked about doing some bridges, so you can hold a bridge while you're doing the alternating arm chest press. Or you could just simply rest on the floor and we can do the alternating arm chest press. Okay, so finding some weight that works good for you and finding a position. So just remember, we're going to do 2 sets so you can change it up with the leg positions. Okay, so here we go. So we're starting for 1, and you can work at my pace. 2, 3, a nice big squeeze up. 4, pushing through that chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and for 5 more, big lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more on each side, making it 5. Last one on the left. Good, and then rest. Okay, so I'm gonna time you for 30 seconds. So grabbing a quick drink, resting up. Okay, 15 seconds to spare. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe changing up the leg style this time. So 1, starting with the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's keep it going nice and strong, guys. 11, 12, 13, 14. Last one, let's make that 15 nice and strong. Big push up, good, and rest. Okay, so let's rest up. Grab a quick drink, guys. We're gonna change it up next. Okay, so what do I have up for you now? Okay, so we're gonna do some standing next. Arm chest presses. So in the standing position, you're gonna be targeting, yes, the chest, but we're also gonna be targeting the arms, okay? And the stability of those joints, those ligaments and those tendons. And then also in the standing position, we're gonna be focusing on that core, so keeping that belly nice and tight. We wanna make sure that we're sitting over the center of gravity. And you also wanna make sure that the feet are planted hip width apart and the knees are soft. So do not lock your knees out. I'm a double jointed person, so I extra lock out. I always have to be careful with that. So keep the knees nice and soft, and I'm gonna grab some weight. Now, because this one will tend to be a little bit harder, you definitely want to go on the lighter side, get a feel for the weight. Don't go too heavy at first. It's a little bit deceiving. So we're gonna aim for 15 reps. We're gonna bring the arms out in front, and we're gonna press them straight out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, woo, and 15. All right, good job. So 30 seconds of rest. How did that feel? Notice if that was a little bit challenging. So if you found it to be challenging, just lower the weight a little bit. So you have 15 seconds more rest. Staying hydrated, guys, making sure that you're drinking your water. All right, so we're gonna start in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, good job. Okay, how did that feel? All right, so let's rest up. We're gonna change up the exercise now. We're gonna do a little functional movement. So basically you're adding 2 movements in one, so you have to pay attention to the explanation and the form, most importantly. Okay, so we're gonna do a combination of a double arm row and then a rear fly to the side. So now the double arm row, you're always gonna be a little bit more stronger in that movement, then you will be in the rear fly. So regardless, you're going to have to lower the weight in order to do the rear arm posterior fly. Okay, so in that position, you're bent over. We're going to go row into the back, then lower the arms, and then we're going to fly them out to the side. So now we're targeting the rear delt right here. And then in the row part, we're getting the mid and upper back. Okay, now also too, I just want to make a note for you guys. If you don't want to do that in a standing position, you're more than welcome to also do it in the seated position as well. So some of us have like really tight or really sore lower backs. So in the seated position is just going to support you a little bit more. So it's exactly the same movement. You're bent over, you're doing the row, and then flying out to the side. Okay, so find the best position for you, and I'll count us for 15 reps. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's aim for 5. So bring it on out. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. One more row and one more fly. Okay, so let's rest now 30 seconds. I'm going to talk just for a moment about that fly exercise. So now when you're doing that fly exercise out to the side, I want you to make sure that you can see the dumbbell and the palm in the peripheral vision. So if you can't, that means that your arms are flying too far backwards, okay? So make the adjustment just by bringing the palms forward, okay? And now you're targeting that rear delt where you should be targeting and not back here, okay? So make a note of that, and we'll start in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, breathing out as you lift up. 3, good, let's keep it going, nice and strong, guys. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, last one. All right, okay, nice work, guys. That's a toughie, that double one where you're doing the row and the rear fly. So good work on that. Let's grab a quick drink, rest up, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, so next up, we're going to be actually laying on the floor. Now, we're also going to be doing a double exercise. So 2 movements in 1. So I'm really challenging you guys now. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to lay flat. So we're going to do the bridge up, pushing through the heels of the feet. And then you may just need to readjust the feet a little bit, and then you're going to do a quarter curl up. Okay, so again, it's a bridge, and then a quarter curl up. Now, I don't want you trying to force yourself to come up all the way, just because that's going to get a little bit messy. So meaning that you're going to compensate a lot. I just want you to work on the quarter movements. I know most people can do quarter movements strength-wise, not the full sit-up is always that a lot of people can do. So let's stick to that quarter curl-up. Keeping the feet flat on the floor is important and not compensating. All right, so let's get ready, pushing through the heels of the feet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, squeeze that butt, 9, oh, I'm just gonna readjust myself, I'm like working myself off the mat here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, guys, and 15. All right, good work. Okay, lots of core there. We got the glutes working, we got the hamstrings contracting, we're working the abs, we're also working the back because we're forward flexion. All right, and then let's just do a little bit of a stretch while we're hanging out here. I'll take a check of the timer. So I'm going to give you maybe 20 more seconds, rocking side to side. All right, 10 seconds left. All right, so let's get ready again. So we're going to do that bridge up. So nice big lift up, squeeze the butt. 1, sit up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I'm moving down my mat again here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 more, guys. 1, 2, last one, big lift up. Good, and rest. Okay, let's hug those knees in again, tucking them in, maybe just moving back and forth, side to side. All right, okay, so you guys rest up, grab a drink. Okay, so we're gonna move on to doing the calf raise. So we're gonna be standing and we're gonna need dumbbells. Okay, so again, too, it's an option if you like, you can use the dumbbells. So we're going to be focusing on the backs of the legs, so calf muscles right in here. All right, so standing up nice and tall, we're going to take our dumbbells and bringing the feet hip width apart. And we're going to come right up onto the toes. So now what I want you to focus on doing is squeezing into those toes, pushing right up, and then lowering down. It's almost kind of like as you push into the feet, just kind of contract the toes. Like think about like you're trying to grasp the floor with the toes. Okay, so let's try for 15. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, aiming for 3, big lift up. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good, nice. Let's take 30 seconds rest, grab yourselves a drink. Now, if you just need to like stretch those out a bit, you can draw the heel to the floor, maybe pump the heel a little bit up and down, get a little bit of a contraction in that foot. But then as you push that heel down, you're leaning forward, so you're getting a nice stretch through the Achilles tendon and all the way through the calf. Okay, now don't forget to switch sides. So nice stretch through the back of that leg. Remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. Okay, a few more seconds, guys. All right, so let's readjust the weights if we need to. If you want to go heavier, you want to go lighter, let's do that now. All right, nice big lift up. 1, feet hip width apart. 2, abs tight. Really crinkle those toes a little bit. 3, as if you're trying to grasp the floor. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 3 more, big lift up. 1, 2, last 1, and 3. Good. Okay, nice work, guys. Okay, so let's grab a quick drink. Let's rest up. I'm going to change that exercise up for you. All right. Okay, so we're going to be coming back to doing some squats, and we're going to do a side leg lift combo. So we're going to be integrating a side lift with a squat to focus on also the outside of the leg. Okay, so as we know, squats are generally pretty good for us, you know, depending on the ability of the person. And then, you know, you're focusing on the legs, pretty much all the lower part of the body. But then you're also integrating some other parts in the upper portion of the body, such as the core. Like we always have to activate the core when we're training. So we never just kind of let it loose and not be engaged in some manner. Okay, so what I would recommend doing then for this one, because we're doing a side leg lift, I would recommend holding a dumbbell at the chest, just because you like to have some clearance on that side. Okay, so let's get in position. Here we go. So we're going to count down for 15. 1, squat down again, and then change sides. Make sure I don't kick my mirror here on the left. And that's 2. Big lift up. 3. So we're actually aiming for 15 squats. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more, guys. You can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Okay, good job. So let's rest up. I'm going to give you 30 seconds of rest on that. So I'll keep an eye on the counter. You guys can grab a drink. You can stretch it out a little. Just keep the body a little bit limber while you're resting. Okay, so make any weight adjustments necessary, either upping or lowering the weight. We're going to go back to those 15 reps. All right, move over here a little bit to the side. Okay, so here we go. 1, starting with the opposite side this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and this is 15. All right, guys, good job. Okay, so let's grab a quick drink, and then I'm going to talk about the next exercise. So we're going to be laying on the mat for this one. So as you guys are resting up and having a drink, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this one. So laying flat on the belly. Okay, so now there's a couple different variations that you can do. So you can rest your chin on the palms. You're just kind of bringing your eyes down towards the mat. So this is going to give more the upper body a rest. Or you can choose to engage the upper body just by lifting a little bit off the mat. Again, the eyes focus on the mat, but the upper body is, as you can see, off the mat. Okay? Then you're going to bend the knees. We're going to bring them out. So you're going to create some space between the two knees. So probably a little bit wider than hip width apart. All right, so get into this position. You want the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Maybe the toes coming in towards the shins. And then we're going to lift the legs a little bit off the mat. So you're really engaging glutes here and hamstrings. Okay, so let's get in position. And I'll count us for 15. 1, 2, squeeze the butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's aim for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now let's rest for 30 seconds. And you can come into child's pose if you like. You can open up the legs. You can rest the torso between the thighs. Take a big stretch out. Or you can round the back like a mad cat. If you do yoga, you know some of the terms. If not, that's fine too. Dropping the belly down. Rounding the back. And dropping the belly down. All right. Okay, so let's slowly get into the next, into that position. So I'll give you 10 seconds more here. Okay, finding a good arm position, whether that's lifting them off the mat or keeping them on the floor. Bringing those feet hip width apart or slightly wider. We're going to lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and rest. All right, guys, nice job on those. Okay, so let's take a break, grab some water, and then we're going to actually stay on the mat for the last couple of exercises. So I'm just gonna hang out here while you guys are having a break, grabbing a drink, doing what you need to do, and then I'll just talk about the next exercise coming up. Okay, so on the next exercise, we're gonna be focusing on laying flat again on the belly, and we're gonna bring the arms out to the sides. So now there's two options here with the legs. So you can keep the legs rested on the floor, or you can engage the glutes and back by lifting the toes from the floor. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flutter the arms up and down. So notice I'm not touching the floor. I'm just keeping a nice even flutter of the arms. Really good for mobility, shoulder work, and of course the rear delt back here, the rear deltoids, the posterior shoulder muscle. So this tends to be weak for a lot of people. And then you'll notice when we did it in the beginning of the program, we did that one where we did the roll with the arm fly to the side. That's targeting the same muscle group. Okay, so let's get in position. Okay, so feet either on the floor or off the floor, and we're going to aim for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, so rest, guys. We'll take 30 seconds. Maybe grab a drink. Maybe stretch it out a little bit. Cat and cow, like I showed you earlier. Child's pose is also nice too. So just doing what's comfortable for you. All right, just keeping an eye on the timer here. We're going to rest for 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Okay, now we're going to bring that into cat and cow. So rounding the pack like a mad cat. All right, and dropping the belly like cow pose, lifting that chin and tail up, and breathing out, cat, and then dropping that belly down for cow. All right, okay. Okay, nice work on those guys. So next up, what we're going to do some oblique crunches next, and then we're going to cool it down. Okay, so I'm going to lay on my back, and we're going to focus on some crunches that are going to target the sides right here, okay, so known as the obliques, okay. All right, so laying flat on the back, we're going to bring the palms together, feet are flat on the floor, and then you're just going to lift up, reaching to one side. So notice I'm only lifting in a quarter movement. I'm not trying to get myself all the way up there and rotate. Okay, so I can do that, but not a lot of people can do that. So please only work within that comfortable range at that quarter movement where you can feel that it's working, but you're not having to force yourself or use momentum to get up there. Feet have to stay on the floor during the whole exercise. So if you lift your feet off the floor, you're compensating. Okay, palms together. All right, here we go, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's aim for 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, woo, and 15. All right, big stretch out. Point those toes. Reach those arms overhead. Big stretch through the abdominal wall. So remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. All right. So a few more seconds, guys. Maybe bring the knees into the chest if you want. You can rock back and forth. So anything that we've done previously is fine. All right. Okay, so let's finish up nice and strong on the exercises. Getting back into position, laying flat on the back, palms to the sky. Here we go, breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, big stretch out. Reach those arms and legs out. You want to feel a good stretch through the core part of the body here. All right. So let's draw the knees in towards the chest. We'll hug them in while we're down here. We're starting to focus on the stretching component. And then we'll extend the left leg onto the floor, bringing the right leg to the sky, stretching the hamstring. Draw the big toe in towards the shin. And draw it in and release. And bring the other one in, hug it in first. And then leg to the sky for hamstring stretch. Good, and then release. Let's bring the arms out to the sides. We're going to stretch the obliques, so dropping the knees to the one side, tilting the head to the right. And then we'll change sides. Okay, let's come back to center. We're going to draw the soles of the feet together. Now just try to really relax the inside thigh, so knees coming down towards the floor, relaxing the pelvis across the top of the body here. So you want to feel even on both sides. Now just try to relax. Okay, and then we'll draw the knees back to center, soles of the feet on the floor. So let's tip over to the one side, press yourself up, and then we'll come into an easy sitting position. So whatever works good for you. That could be cross-legged, that could be resting on your knees, whatever is good for you. Okay, so focusing a little bit on the upper body, let's draw the fingertips together, press towards the sky, reach to the left, and then over to the right. Let's bring it back to center, bring the arms down, let's connect the palms together behind the back. So I'm just going to show you a reverse posterior view. Okay, so drawing those shoulder blades to the back. My palms are connected, and then I'm going to bring them around in front and roll. And if you can't do that when seated, you can stand up or kneel if that's okay for you too. It gives you a little bit of space to work with. All right, and then we'll bring the arms open and then close again, and then open and close. Now I want to go back to the elbows again. And in the opposite direction. And then the wrists. And in the opposite direction. And then fingers and wrists up and down. And then just a little bit through the gripping of the hands. So open, extend, open, extend. Okay, so back to the shoulders and the neck. We're going to gently roll Roll and hold if you like. You can hold. Okay, now try to bring that chin down to the chest. So I'm really opening up the back of the neck here and then rolling over to the other side. So just keep in mind that when you're doing these stretches where you're dropping the ear to the one shoulder, a lot of people tend to try to do this, okay? That's not correct. So try to relax that and just allow the ear to work its way down there. Because you want to stretch the side, but you also don't want to put this side into contraction. All right, so just flip it over. Again, relax that side that the ear is connecting with, and then this side as well. And then come back to center. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the workout for today. Nice big full body workout that we focused on. And I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Ciao for now.